Talk to y'all for a minute, man. I turned this podcast rap show to a business. Refugee been hustling for years since I got admitted. Man, I got admitted, I was broke, then I fucking did it. In the streets fitted, man, no kidding. Catch me with a sweatsuit, man, cold chillin'.
What's good, people? It's Stephanie Manasasodi here, also known as Esteban, here with the Hustle the Markets podcast, where we inspire people to hustle via investing the markets. And in today's podcast, I want to talk to you guys about a concept of probably a question that people think about a lot of the times, that I think about sometimes, is when to take profits, when to sell, when to buy. When do you sell, when do you buy? When you have a position that's up, do you sell, do you buy it? What do you do? And listen, I've only been doing this game for the past 6 years. Realistically, like taking some time to it, specifically stocks. But what I've noticed with any sort of asset that I've had that's done well over time, the best thing for me to do is just buy and hold it and keep it for a long time. Okay, now you guys see that if you took a position in oil, when I said take a position in oil, whether it was for gas or whatever, any sort of related security around that sort of commodity, you're probably up a good 30-something%. Okay, that's what my position is up. I took a position on ExxonMobil early on. It was a company that I generally use their products and services. I go and I fill up my gas there. I've been doing that for years. They have good prices, great, a lot of great things about Esso and ExxonMobil. Okay, and it was a company that I felt like, hey, I want to take a little position in this thing. Now, I'm a total expert in oil and gas. A little outside of my circle of competence, but it's something that I understood well enough to be like, this is something I'm buying every day, if not every other day. This is something I probably should have some money in. And I saw it was so cheap that I was like, well, why would I not buy this? I think the PE ratio was trading at something like 10, 15, maybe even 20 at the time. Like, this looks so insanely cheap. Just based on understanding how long these companies have been around and how much they're trading for. And so I felt the same thing about banks. When I saw banks were trading, this is 2-3 years ago, when I saw banks were trading around 10, 16 P ratios. Scotiabank was trading at a 16 P ratio, 10 P ratio. I was like, these companies have been around since how long? 1900? Around for 100 years, and they're trading at a 16 P ratio. You tell me people are expecting this company to they're buying this company at 16 times their earnings. So they're planning on holding this company for the next 16 years. You know what I mean? To get their investment back. I'm like, that's how far out we're looking at, 10 years. And that's not including growth. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm like, this company's probably going to be around for a long time. And so that's sort of the way I kind of think about these things, is price and these sort of things. And so when I saw that ExxonMobil and oil and gas was trading at such a low level, I decided to take a position in it. It's up like 30-something% at this point. So I was thinking to myself, like, should I take profits? Should I sell? Should I hold? What do you do at that point, right? And then I think about like my experiences. I think about the things that I've done well over time. And I think that realistically, unless I absolutely need the money, if I can just keep it there, I probably should just keep it there. Because my best investments to date have been the ones that I've bought and held for a long period of time. Day trading in and out of positions, and trying to play in that high frequency game. It's not necessarily a game that I play. It's not necessarily a game that I've played it before, and it hasn't done well, you know? I told you guys, I made a podcast earlier about why going in and out of positions is bad. I think I made over 100-something trades last year. And it was like, the results were $1, not including fees, right? And so that wasn't including my gold and silver investments. I didn't include those in there. Those are just for securities. But that was the thing about the gold and silver investments. Those have done well for me, and the big reason why is because I've bought and held them over time, you know? And so I think I bought a gold ounce at around $2,581. It was during the war of Israel-Hamas, or Israel-Palestine, however you want to phrase it. And the gold price dipped significantly. And I bought an ounce at the time, and I think I ended up selling it at I would say somewhat of a significant profit down the line, somewhere around $500 profit, something like that, a year later, which to me was significant. That doesn't sound like anything that somebody was betting a lot of money, but for me, it was a lot of money at the time. And I held that for a significant period of time. I think it was somewhere north of around $500 that I made. Don't quote me on that, but it was something around those lines. And I think those investments have done well for me over time because I've bought and held them over time. I bought Lowe's stock back when I was working at the company, and that was a stock that I held for a good 1-2 years. Which is not a long time, but that I made upwards of over, I want to say $800, $700 on that investment, even more than that. And so these are things that I'd say are the ways to go about investing. And if you're looking to high frequency trade in and out of positions, it's not something I necessarily would recommend. So just buy and hold. I know those old adages sound stupid and people want to make this thing complicated, but it really is just like if you were to buy an apartment, a business down the street, a franchise. The difference is we can trade these things on an instant basis. We can buy these things and we can trade them like that, right? 24/5. Sometimes even 24/7. And so these are things that people treat them like they're something that should be traded, like trading cards. But I would look at things more like a business and buying a piece of a business and holding it over time. Well, that's it. That's the way I look at it. And I think over time you'll do better that way. And that's how I've done better over time. So that'd be my recommendation. I appreciate you guys. And this has been my experience, I know I wish I had the numbers in front of me to tell you guys what my investment numbers were, but I'm just giving you a rough general estimate of the profits I've made on investing and which investments have done well. My Lowe's investment has been one of my best investments, and that's because I held it for a good 1 to 2 years. Same with gold and silver. It was somewhere around those kind of profits. And the reason why they did so well is because I held it over time. So just think about it. Peace.
Let me talk to y'all for a minute. Man, I turned this podcast rap show to a business. Refugee been hustling for years since I got admitted. Man, I got admitted, I was broke, then I fucking did it. In the streets fitted. Man, no kidding. Catch me with a sweatsuit, man, cold chillin'.